y'all, welcome back to the channel, Ravens, and today I am bringing you part 2 of our Q&A. So if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can join the Raven family. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop over to our wheel so that we can begin part 2 of our Q&A. Right, so let's go ahead and get started with our questions. Question number 1 is, what is my favorite food? Oh, that's a hard one. I would have to say probably schnitzel. My husband makes a mean schnitzel. So I'm going to go with schnitzel. And question number 2 is, what are my hobbies other than The Sims? I enjoy listening to music of all types. I like watching good movies, although I haven't watched any really good movies in a while, just because I've been so busy with The Sims. I also like to cuddle up with a blanket and read. I love to read. I like doing crafts. I color. I have a lot of different hobbies that I do, but I kind of jump around from one thing to the next. I don't really stick with hobbies kind of long term. I'm kind of all over the place. So I'll like start coloring and then I'll be like, oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, now I want to do this. And now I want to do this. Now I want to do this. So ADHD. Yeah, but I have lots of hobbies. I just don't really stick with them long term. I kind of, like I said, bounce all over the place. How do I choose what challenge I want to do next? That is a very good question. I try to look at what other people are doing and base it on popularity, but also I like to do things that other people aren't doing. So I kind of like to weigh my options. I do want to do challenges that are popular and I know that other people are going to be watching, but I don't want it to be so popular that it's going to be flooding the market. So like Not So Berry is super flooding the market right now. So I had a Not So Berry, and because there were so many Not So Berries going on, I kind of found out that my Not So Berry didn't really do that great. And to be honest, I am a baby channel, and so it's really hard to compete with other Not So Berries because I'm brand new starting out. And so I found that I had other series that were doing better because I'm newer. And so because of that, I feel like I need to have a fresh series that maybe other people haven't really heard of, that they're kind of intrigued by, and that will kind of pull people in, as opposed to doing something that is really popular in the moment that a lot of YouTubers are doing, because I can't really compete with the bigger channels right now because I'm smaller. So I have to take those things into consideration. Who is my favorite character? I'm assuming you mean in my stories, who's my favorite character, but I don't know which series you're talking about. I'm going to have to say for now, my favorite character in my Decade series is probably going to be Emery. Let's go with that one. Emery is my favorite in my Decade series for now. Even though he is only a toddler, there's something about Emery that I really like. And I think that watching him grow up, he's going to be a good character that we're going to really enjoy watch grow up. What is my favorite game that isn't The Sims? I only play The Sims, so I can't really answer that. I think that if I played any other game other than The Sims, the only other game that I would probably play would be Animal Crossing. But I'm not trying to do that because I only need one addiction currently. So yeah. How long have I been playing The Sims? Is that like an indirect way of asking me how old I am? Because the answer to that question is old. I have been playing The Sims for quite some time. So I played The Sims 2 with a friend when The Sims 2 was out. And then when The Sims 3 came out, I got The Sims 3. I played The Sims 3 for quite some time. And I was in high school, if that tells you anything. So I played that for a while, but as life happens, and life does happen, you know, I kind of played it on. And then when The Sims 4 came out, I got The Sims 4, and I've been playing it since it came out. So that's how long I've been playing The Sims. The first Sims game that I played was The Sims 2. What world did you see your Sims not living but have since changed your mind? Strangerville. I never wanted my Sims to live in Strangerville, but it actually works out that Strangerville is actually okay to live in, especially if you have a mod that you turn off that Strangerville story. I'm not a fan of the Strangerville story. I know a lot of people are. But I wasn't really a fan of the Strangerville story. So I think that, to me, I never saw my Sims living in the Strangerville world, but especially for decades, it really does work out, especially for like the wartime period. So yeah, now that they're all going to be living in that world for this time period that we're currently in, it kind of works out. But I never actually saw them living then that time, like in that world. But the world itself is actually quite a decent world. Like, I actually don't mind it. It's actually quite nice. So yeah, Strangerville. And it looks like we have 2 questions left. If you made a new Sim with a new save, where is the Sim moving? So it's funny that you should mention that, because I have actually made 3 new Sims. And soon I am going to be releasing that information to you guys so that you can cast a vote. Because I want the subs to vote on which Sim and which LP you want me to do next on the channel. So I'm going to basically tell you about the LP that's going to be with each character. So I'll show you the character and tell you the LP they're going to be doing, and you're going to then vote on which LP you want to go live on the channel. So there are 3 of them. And for each of those different, they have a place that they're going to be living in. So with that, I guess I could tell you guys where each one would be living, but one would be Oasis Springs, the other one would be probably Willow Creek, and the third one is going to probably end up in... I haven't really decided yet. That is probably something that I would let you guys help me vote on. But yeah, so that's something that will be coming out soon, that vote or that poll. So yeah. And the very last question. My favorite Decades kid so far. I think Emery. I don't know what it is about Emery. Emery, there's just something about him that really just draws me in. And he's not really even been around that long, but there's just something about him that I just absolutely love about him. I don't know if it's just kind of the look about him or what it is, but I am excited to see Emery and how he's going to be. as a child and as he ages up. And so, yeah, I think Emery so far is my favorite, and I hope that he's everything that I think he's going to be, but only time will tell. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this off here. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of your Q&A, and I really enjoyed answering all of your questions and giving you all of my answers, and this was a whole lot of fun. And if there are ever any more questions that you want to ask, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love answering your questions. I love reading your comments and giving you guys feedback and you giving me feedback. It really does mean the world to me, and all of your likes and your comments really does help out myself and my channel. It is a baby channel, so every little bit helps. Every little like, every little share, every little, subscribe, all of those things. Every one of you means so much to me, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, and I do what I do because of you guys. So until the next video, I am gonna go ahead and fly for now, but I will see you guys then. Bye, y'all.